Is it legal to go ahead and kill them?
The issue is the mission itself. What is the mission? The mission is the destruction of the boat and the destruction of all the drugs. I'm confident that the admiral thought he was carrying out his mission.
But why is it questionable? Why is it questionable to order a strike to kill individuals who are survivors?
These are terrorists. Okay, these are absolute terrorists.
But they're wounded.
I didn't see this kind of scrutiny when the Obama administration was launching drone strikes against terrorist organizations in the Middle East. I mean, that happened all the time. Okay, and so I didn't see this kind of scrutiny about the survivors, et cetera. These are terrorists. They're bringing poison into the United States. They have killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. And we need to understand that. Killed far more Americans than Al-Qaeda or
so let me
Osama
just be
bin
precise
Laden
with you,
ever did.
Congressman.
And so I have no problem with the kinetic strikes that are happening in the Caribbean, killing and destroying the drugs that are killing American citizens and have been killing American citizens for years. Everybody right now is speculating. Everybody, and I'm including everybody, is speculating.
Including the President of the United States?
No, I'm not saying the President of the United States. He probably has all the facts, okay? But everybody else outside of that circle, they're probably speculating as to exactly what happened and why the orders were given. I'm saying I'm going to give the Admiral the benefit of the doubt, a patriot, that he is carrying out his mission. And so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I think he deserves it.
And if the Defense Secretary Hegseth ordered him to do so, he was following the order from the Defense Secretary.
He was following the orders of the Defense Secretary, saying that this is a threat to the United States. That boat with those terrorists on it are a threat to the United States. We've known that these drugs have killed hundreds of thousands of Americans, and so now we're going to destroy that boat so it never gets the chance to come to America, and those drugs never get the chance to kill any Americans. That's the order. Destroy the boat. Destroy the drugs. That's what I would assume would be the order given to the Admiral. And then the Admiral carries out the orders to the best of his ability.
But you're anxious to get a lot more information in a full-scale briefing from the Defense Department.
Absolutely.
And that hasn't happened yet.
That hasn't happened yet.
I understand that you support the ousting of the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. But what do you say to all those Americans who voted for President Trump because he vowed on the campaign trail to end wars and to stay out of foreign wars?
Well, look, I look at Nicolas Maduro and that regime as a threat to the United States, a direct threat to the United States. He is the leader of the Cartel de los Soles. The Cartel de los Soles has been designated a foreign terrorist organization. And like I said, these foreign terrorists, these narco traffickers, have killed hundreds of thousands of Americans in the last 5 years, far more than any other terrorist organization. And so Nicolas Maduro is a threat to the security of the United States. And so I have no problem in Nicolas Maduro leaving. He's also the illegitimate ruler of Venezuela. There were free elections last year. He lost. He refused to turn over power. And so, I think the Venezuelan people deserve freedom and democracy. But I also believe, because I do represent the United States of America, I'm a U.S. congressman, Nicolas Maduro is a threat to the safety and well-being of the American people.
So I just want to be precise, Congressman. Now, yes or no, do you want the U.S. to expand its military operations not only in Honduras, but in Mexico and Colombia as well?
I would expect that I would want that the President of the United States talks to the President of Mexico and asks the President of Mexico to take a more direct stance and more decisive action against the cartels that control her northern border. Those cartels were responsible for flooding the America with millions of illegal immigrants. And those cartels are also responsible for flooding America with lethal fentanyl that's killed hundreds of thousands of Americans. And those cartels are in cahoots with China, because China produces 97% of the precursor drugs that make fentanyl. And so China is also involved in all of this. And so we've been turning a blind eye far too long to the murder of American citizens.